Are you starting or already running a business and ready to hire employees? Well, congrats, you're officially living the dream and about to plummet into the world of paperwork. But don't worry, registering as an employer with HMRC isn't actually as scary as it sounds. In fact, it's pretty straightforward if you know what you're doing. In this video, I'll take you through the whole process step by step, sprinkling some tips, maybe even a laugh or two, so grab a cuppa and let's get cracking. Before we dive into the details, let's cover the basics. Why bother registering with HMRC? Well, unless you fancy fines or awkward letters from the taxman, you'll need to do it if you're paying employees or yourself through payroll and if you have a limited company. I often get asked if a sole trader can be an employer, and the simple answer is yes. If you have people you want to take on as an employee, then setting up payroll does make sense. You just can't be on the payroll yourself as a sole trader because then you'd be the employer and the employee. Too confusing even for HMRC. Here's what you'll need: your business name and address, and hopefully you already know this one. Your unique taxpayer reference, or UTR for short. Your national insurance number. Your payroll start date and how often you're going to pay your employees. Got all that? Good, let's crack on. Step 1, check if you need to register. So first, let's make sure you actually do need to register. Do any of the following apply? For example, you're a director of a limited company and you're going to be paying yourself through a salary. Maybe you employ at least one staff member, including yourself. The salary for your employee or more is £123 or more per week. Any staff, including yourself, receive benefits in kind, or a member of staff has another job. If you answer yes to any of these or combination of these, you're in the club. Welcome. But remember, you need to register before your first payday, and it can take a couple of weeks to get the references you need from HMRC. So advanced planning is best. Step 2, now gather your essentials. Think of it as preparing for a big night out, except instead of your wallet, keys, phone, you'll need your business structure, your start date for payroll, and confirmation of how often you'll pay your employees. So you need to consider, will they be weekly, monthly, fortnightly, sometimes every 4 weeks as well. Step 3, register online. Now here's where the magic happens. Registering online with HMRC. Head over to the website, and don't worry, I'll pop the link in the description, and find the employer registration page. If you don't have a government gateway account, now's your chance to join the club. Think of it as your backstage pass to HMRC world. Once you're logged in, fill out the employer registration form. Now HMRC will ask you for details like your business name, your UTR, your payroll start date, exactly as we said before. It's not rocket science, but double check everything. Typos are not your friend here. After you submit, HMRC will send you a PAYE reference number and an accounts office reference number. Write these down somewhere safe, preferably not on a post-it that'll end up covered in fluff on the floor. These are super important and you may need them at a later date. Next up at step 4 is payroll software. Now this is where the real fun begins. HMRC offers free basic PAYE tools. Great if you love spreadsheets and minimalism. But if you want the deluxe experience, consider software like QuickBooks or Xero, for example. Step 5, stay compliant after registration. Now remember, registering is just the start. As an employer, you'll need to do 3 key things here at step 5. 1, file RTI, real-time information reports, every time you pay your employees. 2, pay income tax and national insurance contributions. Very important. And then 3, enroll eligible employees into a workplace pension scheme. And here are some more pro tips to make your life easier. Firstly, avoid late registration. HMRC isn't a fan of fashionably late. Get it done before your first payday. Budget for employers' NICs. Don't get caught out by the unexpected costs. Employer national insurance contributions can be a bit of a shocker, so make sure you're budgeting ahead for them. Employer's allowance, if you're eligible, make sure you tick the box for this one. Claiming these could save you up to £10,000 a year, not to be overlooked. Set payroll reminders, so treat your payroll deadlines like birthdays. Forgetting is a bad look. And here's a bonus tip. If all of this sounds like too much hassle, hire an accountant to help out with the admin. Time for some FAQs, or as I like to call them, fun accounting questions. What if I don't hire anyone after registering? Is one of them. No worries, just let HMRC know you're not running payroll yet and they'll leave you alone for now. Another one, can I pay myself through payroll as a sole trader? The answer is simple, nope. Sole traders take profits, not salaries. Only directors of limited companies use payroll. How do I update HMRC if my details change? Log into your HMRC account and update your details. Easy peasy. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more small business tips. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. I'll answer faster than HMRC processes a refund. Also, check out the free employer registration checklist I've linked in the description. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, get in touch with our team for expert support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.